let's be truthful. I think we've all packed things in our bug out bags because some expert told us to. It might be someone on YouTube, someone who wrote a book, someone on TikTok, or a checklist we found online. Or maybe it was even one of my past videos. It's kind of like we do it because it's prepper tradition. But I'm going to look at 6 items that I question why are we putting in our bug out bags. Now, if you're new to prepping, you might not know, but a bug out bag, or a bob as we shorten it, is a 72-hour kit. Something to allow you to survive for 72 hours, and very often because you're evacuating. So look at your kit and see if you have any of these items. And if you think about it, does it seem a bit ridiculous? You know, one of the things that happens is there is kind of confusion. You have your 72-hour kit, right? Your bug out bag. You have your EDC, your everyday carry, which is smaller, but supposed to be with you every day. You have something called an inch bag, which is I'm never coming home bag. Then you have vehicle kits, and you might have a home kit. I mean, there's a lot of different prepping kits, but we're here talking about the bug out bag, the 72-hour bag. First, a confession. I have been packing various prepping kits for over a decade, and I admit I've packed every single one of these at one time or another. Number 1, I think it will surprise you, but it is the P38 can opener. All right, let's open up. See, you got your little opener there. We all pack it. I mean, this is something the military used, and it doesn't take up any room, so we throw it into our 72-hour kits. But think about it. Are you also packing canned goods, which would be very heavy in your bag? I mean, that would add a lot of weight and bulk. And I don't think that makes much sense when you're on the move. So when would you use this in your 72-hour evacuation? Well, if I had any can with me, I guess it would be a can of Spam. And guess what? Yep, it has a pull tab. So no need for this. And honestly, if I thought I would really need a can opener, I'd want something a little easier for me to open cans and easier on my hands. And that would be, yeah, a traditional can opener, which is heavy, like this KitchenAid. But in reality, I can't think of why I would need one. Unless you're planning on looting a grocery store or something, why would you need a can opener? Instead, pack some protein bars, energy bars. These are Millennium bars, which I like because these are 500 calories, just this little bar. But really consider, yes, it doesn't take up any room, but do you need a P38 can opener in your bug out kit? Next up, the fishing kit. Now this is an excellent little kit made by Rule the Wasteland. But are you really going to have time to stop and fish when you're bugging out? I used to carry a kit like this in every bag I had. Maybe a very small one in my EDC. But of course, I never once used it. Usually in a 72-hour bug out situation, you are not taking time to fish. You're moving, you're evacuating. And if you had the time, you still need bait. You need a good spot. And you need time to catch the fish. And in my case, you need luck. Now, this is in my vehicle kit, which is a bigger one. It's using the Canadian Prepper's bug out roll. And I have my little thing here called a piddly stick. So it's just a little fishing stick. It has a little bobber, it has a little hook. And I have used it before. I have caught a fish for it. So it works. Unfortunately, I don't think they make piddly sticks anymore. So yes, there's a place for it. But is it in a 72-hour kit? I really doubt you're going to be fishing. And let's talk about giant survival knives. You know the kind. It's got to have full tang, right? Kind of Rambo-like. And hey, I get it. They look cool. And yes, this little knife here goes camping with me, and it goes right in my driver's side door pocket, just in case something would happen. It's right ready. And it even has a ferro rod. It's a great little knife, and there's a lot of ones out there that you can spend quite a bit of money for. This one also has the little, survival instructions on it too. But I do not include this in my Bug Out 72-hour kit for a number of reasons. It's heavy, number one. Not real easy to conceal. And it might be illegal in an urban type situation. But these are great for bushcraft, for camping, maybe to stick in your vehicle kit. But I don't think it really has a place in your 72-hour kit. These large knives, they're an example of mixing bushcraft, which is made for survival in the great outdoors, with our bug out bag, which is often an urban evacuation. Instead, carry a good multi-tool. This is a SOG, and it's heavy too, but it does have some things that might come in handy. And you may want to have a good pocket knife also, or a little bit larger knife, but probably not this size. Number 4, a paracord survival bracelet. And yes, it's made out of 550 paracord, and with one little action you can get it all unwound. It has a little compass, it has a little ferro rod, nifty little things, right? You know what I call them? I call them prepper macrame. And yeah, I had received a kit from Creek Stewart when I was in his monthly bag that he would send out, and this was how to make your own. Notice, I never did it, but it might be fun to do it with my grandson or granddaughter. And a lot of us have these. I also call them the Prepper Friendship Bracelet. But let's be honest. Have you ever used one? Have you ever unraveled the cord? Now, if you watch my other videos, you know I don't always say paracord's the best, the only prepper cordage you need. You know, I'm sure it's great for parachuting, but I have to admit, I have never parachuted out of a plane. So I'm sure it has a lot of other uses, and I'm sure it can be great. But I always preferred the tarred bank line instead. It is thinner, it's not as heavier, and you can get it in also 550 weight. And it makes better knots. I just think it is easier to use. Or depending on the job, you might want Technora cord. This is 600 pounds it will hold, it's rated. And look how thin it is compared to paracord. So, I don't know, can you see how much thinner it is than paracord? So to me, this is what I carry. I sometimes carry paracord. It is in my vehicle kit. But in my bug out bag, these are the two that I carry. And I have a whole video if you're interested in why I think always paracord is not the best solution. And you're going to say, but yes, it has fishing line in it, right? These other cords do not. And yes, that is true. But again, go back. Are you going to be going fishing on your 72-hour evacuation? I very much doubt it. Next up, a fire kit. And I love making these, right? I have this kit. And it has, let's see what this one has. Look at that. It even has, look at it. It has tinder, beautiful tinder. It has wet fire. It has a bic. It has in there a ferro rod, more tinder, even twine. I mean, what a great little kit, right? Again, you're not bushcrafting, you're not going camping. Do you need a full fire kit? I would recommend instead having bic and maybe a backup bic and some matches, because you can always depend on them and they don't take up as much space as my full fire kit. So just a pause here. If you're into real world prepping, not what I call prepping with a tinfoil hat, then I hope you subscribe and watch my past videos. I try to be honest and base it on actual experience, real world stuff, and not the apocalypse. So what other things can you look in your bug out bag and say, evaluate each item, hold it up and say, is this something I really need in my 72-hour kit? Would it be better in my vehicle kit? Would it be better in the trash? You decide what you need it for. I see items like those, is it called a Ninja credit card survival tool? Again, I think a lot of us think, hey, it doesn't take up much room. I'll just stick it in. But the more we stick into our bag, the heavier it gets. And if we have to really trek on foot, and you know what? That added weight definitely could give you some back problems. Not good if you're in a bug out situation. So comment below. Tell me when you're looking through your bag, you start questioning, do I really need this in my 72-hour kit? And if you don't, is it more appropriate for your EDC, your vehicle kit, if you do have an inch bag? And believe me, I do not. But I do have a lot of things in my vehicle. I have a fully equipped bug out roll, which to me is heavy and is something I use in my vehicle, not in my bug out bag. But anyway, love to hear from you. What do you think that you've packed for a long time and all the experts say you need to have that, and now you're wondering why? So I hope you comment below. And if you think, boy, I don't know how long and how far I could actually carry this bag, then maybe I have another solution for you. It is a photographer's vest, and I've put things in pockets and changed it, so I call it a prepping bug out vest. Watch this.